Hey y'all, you're not gonna believe this, but I was fixing a fence post on my family's ranch when a woman in a neon pink suit started screaming through my gate, threatening to tear it down with a demolition crew, like she owned my land. I'm Nate Carver, a former desk jockey who came back to my granddad's spread in Willow Creek, Virginia, and if you've ever had an HOA tyrant try to steamroll your life, this story's gonna hit you hard. Drop a comment, tell me where you're watching from, and let me know if you've got a crazier HOA tale than mine. It's a sunny afternoon, dust kicking up from my boots as I hammer nails into a post, the kind of work that makes you feel alive after years chained to a cubicle. Then I hear this shrill voice, like a car alarm with a vendetta, and look up to see Brenda Walsh, HOA president of Pinewood Estates, shaking my iron gate like she's auditioning for a prison break. She's all blonde bob, heels sinking into gravel, waving a clipboard like a sword. "You've got 5 seconds to open this gate, or I'm calling the cops," she screeches, face red as a beet. "I don't care if you're not in the HOA. This land's under our inspection rights." I cross my arms, calm but firm. "Brenda, this is private property, been in my family since '63, long before your cookie-cutter houses popped up. I ain't in your HOA. Never signed a thing, and you're trespassing." I point to the solar cam above the gate. It's all on tape, so unless you want to chat with the sheriff, you'd best leave. Instead, she loses it, grabbing the gate bars, rattling them like a cartoon villain, howling, "I'm the HOA president. I've got power. I'll bring the county down on you." Then she pulls out her phone and barks, "This is Brenda Walsh, Pinewood Estates HOA. I need a gate removed from unauthorized land now." My jaw drops as 2 pickups roll up, chains clanking, 3 guys in vests ready to rip my gate apart. That's when I know this isn't just a tantrum. It's a land grab, and I'm not letting my granddad's legacy get bulldozed. Let me back up, cause this didn't start with a gate-rattling showdown. 3 weeks earlier, I moved back to the Carver Ranch, a 500-acre spread my granddad built from sweat and grit, left to me after he passed. I've been grinding in Chicago, crunching numbers in a soul-sucking office, and this place, with its old barn, grazing cows, and open sky, was my chance to start over. It's half a mile from Pinewood Estates, a gated suburb with identical roofs and white mailboxes, but we're worlds apart. Granddad fought to keep this land free from developers, even putting up a sign, "Carver Ranch, private, no HOA." I thought that'd be enough, but Brenda had other plans. Week 2, I find a flyer on my mailbox, "Pinewood HOA landscaping guidelines, inspection scheduled." I toss it, figuring it's a mix-up. Then a white SUV pulls into my drive, and Brenda's there, measuring tape in hand, scribbling notes like she's a health inspector. "Just routine HOA checks," she chirps, all fake smiles. "This ain't HOA land," I say, pointing to the sign. Her smile drops. "Your land borders Pinewood, so it's technically under our purview." I cut her off. "Check your maps. You're trespassing." She glares, hops in her SUV, and peels out. That's when I know she's trouble, not just a nosy neighbor, but a control freak with a mission. She doesn't quit. A welcome packet with HOA bylaws and dues shows up into the trash. Then letters. Fines for my non-compliant barn, my unsightly fence, my cows grazing too close to their trail. I ignore them, but Brenda's not used to being ignored. Her notes get nastier, threatening county action if I don't comply. I install solar cams, floodlights, and a loudspeaker, sensing she's gearing up for something big. And boy, was I right. That gate stunt proves she's not just pushy, she's unhinged, ready to rewrite property lines to expand her little empire, maybe for a fancy trail or her brother's real estate deals. But those cams? They're my shield, and I'm ready to fight for what's mine. Back at the gate, as the pickup's chain tightens, I blast the loudspeaker. Step away from the gate. This is your only warning. Brenda freezes but screams, "Do it anyway," climbing onto the truck's hood like a deranged general. The driver hesitates, and just as he revs, a sheriff's cruiser rolls up, siren spinning. Sheriff Daniels steps out, boots crunching, shades reflecting Brenda's panic. "What's going on here?" he asks, voice low but heavy. Brenda slides off the hood, smoothing her suit. "Sheriff, thank God, this man's blocking Pinewood's access paths." As HOA president, I'm removing an illegal gate. Daniels raises a hand, walks to the gate, tugs the chain, and pulls a folder from his car. Ms. Walsh, I just left the county office. This ranch is deeded to Nate Carver, 1963. No HOA jurisdiction, no easement. You're trespassing, and this, he points to the chain, is criminal mischief, maybe a felony. Brenda's mouth gapes. But I was told by who? Daniels presses. She stammers, and he turns to me. You pressing charges, Nate? I look at her, shaking, and think of Granddad's fight to keep this land. Not today, but if she steps foot here again, I will. Daniels nods. You heard him, Ms. Walsh. Leave. She scurries to her SUV, the crew trailing, and they're gone, dust settling like a bad dream. For a few days, it's quiet, too quiet. I fix the chicken coop, paint the barn red like Granddad did, plant sunflowers for Grandma. Then a kid, Sam, knocks on my door, nervous, shaggy hair under a cap. I'm Brenda's son, he says, eyes down. I'm sorry for what she did. Since Dad left, she's obsessed with Pinewood, like it's her kingdom. Your ranch, it's wild, free, and it scares her. I nod, offer lemonade, and we talk. He's a good kid, trapped in her shadow, and I feel a pang for him. But peace doesn't last. A note's shoved under my gate. You won the battle, but the HOA has lawyers, power, and zoning friends. You can't hide forever. No signature, but Brenda's stench is all over it. Then I see them, construction workers staking my back field, orange flags fluttering like a land grab's begun. My chest tightens. They're not just after the gate. They want the whole ranch. I storm across the field, yanking a stake out. You're on my land, I shout. A worker shrugs. HOA orders, new Pinewood fence line. Brenda's watching from her SUV, smug as ever. It's legal now, Nate, she calls. Zoning redrew the boundaries for our expansion. Get a lawyer. Oh, wait, you don't have one. I'm fuming, but I don't swing. I call my old college buddy, Levi Grant, a lawyer who owes me for saving his farm's books years ago. I send him a note, cam footage, and county maps. He's livid. This is forgery. They faked your signature on a land donation letter. We're filing a challenge, a restraining order, and a harassment suit. Then I find the fence, slashed at 3:42 a.m., Brenda on cam, wire cutters in hand, humming like a villain. That's the spark. This isn't just a dispute. It's personal, and I'm done playing defense. Levi's on it, filing a restraining order, keeping Brenda 200 feet from my land, but she's relentless. Code enforcement shows up with $14,500 in fines. Barn violations, livestock runoff, fence issues, all from Brenda's complaints. I refuse to sign, knowing it's a tactic to bleed me dry. Then a bulldozer rolls toward my pasture, Pinewood's community garden banner flapping. I blast the loudspeaker, call Sheriff Daniels, and the crew's escorted off, leaving a stake labeled Lot 67, Pinewood Future Development. I snap it in half, but the fight's far from over. I take it to the press. Abby Reed, a local reporter, runs my story. Rancher versus HOA land grab. The fence-cutting video goes viral, and folks start rallying. Sam slips me a USB, Brenda's audio, plotting to break me, bribing county officials. It's dynamite. The county hearing's a circus. Farmers, vets, kids with Save Carver Ranch signs pack the room. Levi lays out the evidence. Forged signatures, cam footage, Brenda's voice scheming. I stand, voice steady but raw. This ranch is my family's legacy. Granddad fed folks here during hard times. Dad rebuilt after storms, and I'm here to honor it. Brenda forged my name, cut my fence, sent bulldozers, all to steal what's ours. I'm not asking for favors, just for you to stop this land grab dressed up as progress. The crowd roars, drowning out Pinewood's interim president, Clara Voss, Brenda's crony, who mumbles about community harmony. The board rules. No rezoning, my land's safe. Cheers erupt, strangers hug me, but I'm not done. Levi files a $1.2 million civil suit, harassment, forgery, fraud, against Brenda, Pinewood, and 3 county officials. Brenda's unraveling. She violates the restraining order, caught measuring my fence at midnight, clipboard in hand, muttering, "This land's promised to me." Daniels cuffs her in the dirt, her screams fading as she's hauled off. At the civil trial, she's a shell. No lawyer, no fight. Levi's evidence buries her. Videos, audio, Sam's testimony. The judge awards us $1.2 million, calling her actions dangerous and unlawful. Brenda slumps, defeated, her empire dust. Pinewood's board collapses, Clara resigns, and new leaders gut the HOA's power. I buy 10 more acres to keep Pinewood at bay, hire Sam to feed goats, plant more sunflowers. Neighbors send pies. Nail, "We stand with Nate" signs to my fence. Abby's story sparks state laws curbing HOA overreach, and the ranch stands stronger than ever. But one morning, sipping coffee on my porch, I spot an SUV with out-of-state plates snapping photos of my barn. No one gets out, no words, just clicks and a slow drive away. Brenda's gone, her allies exposed, but that SUV tells me someone's still watching. I fought with cams, truth, and grit, won this round, but the war? Maybe not over. So what do you think? Was I too stubborn, or did Brenda dig her own grave? Got an HOA horror story or a land fight? Drop in the comments. Tell me who's right or wrong, and how you defend your legacy. Hit like if you're Team Carver, subscribe for more, and let's keep this rolling. Thanks for listening. Your turn now.